Last year, I kept telling you guys that there is one factor that is changing gaming. This particular factor is the too many games syndrome. I just finished making a video where I was talking with an audience member who was basically, I don't know, I guess they probably were thinking that I said something outlandish, that Xbox players are going to get so many games, they're not going to remember one timed exclusive or one so-called exclusive from the PlayStation side. This is a reality. It's already happening. Shuhei Yoshida, his interview with Kind of Funny Games, I think with just 4 statements, broke the entire gaming industry. It literally changed the narrative so hard that no one can hide anymore behind these PlayStation exclusives as being the premium aspect of the PlayStation ecosystem. He basically came out and said that making remasters, remakes, and PC ports, go check his, go check an article from Push Square about it. That's where you're going to confirm it from. While you look at this wonderful graph that I'm showing you, is a way for PlayStation to be able to continue to earn revenue that they invest in their single player titles. Of which PlayStation, in my opinion, has not been prudent to invest money into its own studios compared to investing money in these third-party exclusives. The PlayStation fan cannot be mad at PlayStation for not putting money into their single-player games. Because when they were locking down these so-called timed exclusives, they didn't say anything. They celebrated it. They were like, oh yeah, that's why PlayStation's better. And they were the ones who said that, the regular person doesn't know. All they see is that, Wukong is going to be on PlayStation. And so they buy a PlayStation. And I was going and saying, you really do think that? But now they notice. They're like, oh, according to Jabari Strife, in one of his missives that Astro Cyborg clipped on Twitter, he said that the common denominator with these games being canceled, these live service games, was the PC launches. Lies. It's because they don't have the money. Y'all aren't buying the single player games. Even their live service games, y'all aren't buying. It was PC that carried y'all's Helldivers 2 the entire year. You guys were playing Call of Duty and FIFA and EA College Football and Madden and WWE and freaking Overwatch and Fortnite and freaking you guys were playing the exact same games every single cycle. That it took PC, the platform where they were even trying to kill the game, to buy your game and put it in the top games for the year 2024. Yes, outselling the game in total, outselling Marvel's Spider-Man 2. If that is not an indictment to the so-called PlayStation exclusivity, I don't know what else is. I can't tell you what else is. So FOMO is dead. Look at PC. You see, everybody thought that they could come to PC and just kind of do what they want, right? And largely, that's what PC is about. Both on the development side, both on the consumer side. And with that particular reality, the PC market is insane. Last year, 18,974 games were launched. I guarantee you, this market is wild. In a sea of all these games, PlayStation games are basically going to have to fight for their place. People will say things like, well, many of these games are shovelware, and these games are easy games, and no one's gonna... My dude, then there's gonna be freaking Lethal Company and Balatro. Indie games that PlayStation players will look down on. Maybe y'all think that shiny camera, lights, action, 3D model, over camera, shoulder games are what, sells games. It's never really been that. It really has never really been that. It's been gameplay mechanics, art style, lore, a lot of really interesting things that studios out there have and do better than PlayStation. Insert Elden Ring. In some cases, it's just fun games. In some cases, it's community games, live service games that PlayStation is finding it difficult to launch. Insert Power World, right? In some cases, it's games with deep aesthetics, deep lore, deep cultural relevance that PlayStation seems to be having a challenge in getting in place. Insert Black Myth Wukong. In some cases, it's wide, broad appeal in games that are basically established for years. that PlayStation basically seemingly is not managing properly. Instead, insert Destiny and insert COD where Destiny could have basically been. Because Destiny basically was the biggest looter shooter that you could find out there. It wasn't, people keep saying, oh, well, COD and Destiny are not the same. We know that. But is anybody even talking about how Call of Duty and Destiny are basically, significant in their own market share? Because I played The Division, which is a looter shooter, and Destiny is bigger than it. Now, The Division is an RPG looter shooter, but still, we knew Destiny's position, anybody who was playing looter shooters at the time, that there was no one that could touch them in that category. So again, this whole conversation about PlayStation's exclusivity, it should be basically PlayStation's lack of management and foresight. It was all geared to knock Xbox out of the business. And it just did not work. It just didn't work. And now people are going to have to be paying for it. You're going to have to be paying for it. Meet me in the comment section. Thanks for watching. Peace out.